Let's talk about the Marvels, and I will be brutally honest with Marvel and MCU. And if I want to compare the Marvels to Ant-Man Quantumania, I'll say Ant-Man is better. Just imagine how bad the Marvels is. Complete the video till the end so that you know all my feelings and my thoughts about it, and how much is my rating of the movie from 10. Now, allow me to provide you with a brief overview of the storyline.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion, but the world can still use them.
What's the story? In the Marvels, a warrior named Dar-Benn discovers a bracelet that grants her the ability to create portals in the fabric of space and time. When Captain Marvel, also known as Carol Danvers, investigates one of these events, she unexpectedly swaps places with Ms. Marvel, who then switches with Captain Monica Rambeau. This intertwines their superpowers, causing them to exchange abilities.
You might want to show some restraint.
Why Marvel is failing. I am just so tired of the MCU, and I think it's time we all stop going to see Marvel movies. Endgame was a great conclusion to the entire series. But since then, we keep getting movies that don't have any conclusion, like it's all just continually being drawn out so they can sell you another movie. We're getting unnecessary sequel after unnecessary show. Like, who watched Hawkeye? I want to count up the individual people who watch Hawkeye. There might be 3. Like every movie, it's always just like, hear your favorite character. And always say it will be a great movie. And then what? Another garbage movie. They don't care about telling the story. All they want is your money, and it's time we stop giving it. I had the initial belief that Ant-Man Quantumania would potentially be the most disappointing Marvel movie in recent times. However, I was proven completely wrong. It seems as though they deliberately took every single critique that has ever been directed towards the MCU and decided to amplify it exponentially in this particular film. It gives off the impression that they filmed 4 distinct movies and then haphazardly combined. Watching this movie feels like consuming a potion that induces headaches for all viewers. I really hope that Marvel goes back to how it used to be got from the year 2020. We may not have watched 2 or 3 good movies. Marvel has become about making money than contributing to the film industry. As a fan of the Marvel Universe, I sincerely hope they return and create good movies for us. The characters? 1. Kamala Khan.
But it's not as great as you imagined it.
Then you're gonna save the world.
Iman Vellani, who portrays Kamala Khan, also known as Miss Marvel, was absolutely brilliant in the film. Her presence on screen was captivating throughout the film. There is an advantage about her that seems real and seems to bring a little of herself to the role. 2. Monica Rambeau.
They rounded us to investigate earthbound anomalies.
Monica, no!
Unfortunately, I have a feeling that Monica Rambeau was somewhat sidelined in the movie. It's not that she was bad. Her character seemed to disappear at times throughout the film. She wasn't given much to do. This becomes problematic when they try to impact you later on with her character. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you won't miss out on my videos. My goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would greatly appreciate your support in helping me achieve that goal. Is it any weak? 1. The villain.
Finish it.
This is just the beginning.
I can see that Zoe Ashton has the talent to thrive in this role, and there's something about her performance that indicates she fully embodies this character. However, I feel like there's a lack of depth for her to truly embrace. Personally, the most poorly written villains I have ever encountered in a Marvel film. There are moments where she is fighting against all 3 characters, and naturally, they would say that Captain Marvel could easily defeat her if their powers weren't switched. But there is one instance where she faces off against Captain Marvel, and I couldn't help but wonder why Captain Marvel didn't knock her out instantly. After all, she went head-to-head with Thanos. It's odd because she does receive some screen time, which is good for character development, but every time she appears, it feels empty. I'm not criticizing Zoe Ashton's performance. It's the writing behind her character that is truly awful. 2. The style. The film initially had a decent start. I had hopes that the Marvels would bring something more exciting to the table. If I were to tell you that The Marvels is better than Captain Marvel, it might convince you to watch this film. But hold on, let's not jump to conclusions just yet. While The Marvels does show improvement, it still falls into the same category as other Marvel movies. Despite having a different director, it lacks a distinct voice or style. Perhaps there is some chemistry between the characters, thanks to the director's skill in working with actors. However, I was hoping for more in terms of style. Maybe it's because the plot feels convoluted or because there's too much happening all at once. It's hard to pinpoint the exact reason, but I couldn't fully feel the impact of the director's vision in this film. 3. The dialogue.
Park Seo-joon, maybe the most famous person I've ever worked with in my life.
The dialogue scenes are mostly disastrous. 1/3 of them are expositional reshoots where they had to hastily explain plot points due to the numerous changes made to the story.
You are going to love it.
Another third focuses on character development, often relying on flashbacks, or sometimes not even bothering with any setup all. Unfortunately, it didn't resonate with me personally. As for the remaining third of dialogue scenes, they primarily aim for humor. Somewhat works well, especially when Iman Vellani brings her personality into play and successfully delivers her lines. But there is some humor in this movie that's simply awful. I mean, really bad. It just didn't strike a chord with me. I think that the most beautiful part when watching a movie is discussing the topic with other people. So tell me what you think about The Marvels. What you like about the movie, what you hate about the movie, and how much you give the film out of 10. I will tell you my rate at the end of the video. Is it any good? 1. The chemistry between characters.
What is this?
The SHIELD logo.
Does announcing your identity on clothing help with the covert part of your job?
The way the 3 main characters interact is truly amazing. When they are together, they use their abilities and have conversations. The chemistry between them is undeniable. This is definitely one of the highlights of the film. Moreover, the choreographed action sequences are truly captivating. Based on the glimpse we got from the trailer, there was already a sense of anticipation and imaginative possibilities in terms of how the characters could leverage their abilities in transition between settings and combat. The filmmakers truly seized upon this idea, resulting in innovative sequences. The interaction between the characters is great. The action sequences are exciting and cleverly designed. Brings enthusiasm to the film, leading to an enjoyable viewing experience. What is my rate? Things aren't looking very promising for the future of the MCU. It's unclear how they will recover from this setback or which direction they will even go in anymore. We'll just have to wait and see how it all unfolds. That's all there is to it. So my rating for the movie is 5 out of 10. Do not forget to tell me your rating out of 10. And also do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.